What if I tell you you can now create full-fledged production-grade mobile apps, that is Android app or iOS app, only using AI? And yes, you heard it correct. You don't need any technical knowledge or any coding skills. You simply explain exactly what you want to build and what are the features that you want within the app, and with the press of a button, the AI goes ahead and builds the app. And the best part is that you can even deploy and publish the app to the App Store or Play Store, all within this platform that I'm about to show. And not just that, you can even include a lot of these production grade features like push notification, analytics, in-app purchases, custom code integration, and a lot more. I mean, seriously, there's a lot to talk about this platform. So without wasting any further ado, let's quickly get started. All right. So this right here is Tile.dev, and this is the AI platform that we will be using to create a mobile app. So the first thing that you're going to do is to click the first link in the description below and head over to the official website of Tile.dev. And first thing first, go ahead and sign up for a new account. And now as soon as you sign up for a new account, you will get 1 month free pro access along with 1000 credits. And if you use the coupon that is Astro10, you will get additional 10,000 credits. So that is to say total 2000 credits if you were to use the link in the description below and also the coupon code Astro10. So you can go ahead and explore and build an app for yourself and see how powerful this is. So as soon as I land on the homepage, I mean, after signing in, this is the kind of interface that you'll see. And towards the center, I can find an input box. And this is where I need to explain exactly what I want and what are the features that I want with my app and all that. So I'll explain all of that. And if I want to, let's say, attach some images for reference, I can attach that in here and I can click on the send button. And now Tile gets to work. And now as you can see here, we have a couple of options like health app, food recipe app, weather app, calendar app, etc, etc. And now just as to show you the overall flow of creating a mobile app using Tile.dev, in this video I'm planning to build an app similar to Splitwise. So I'll start by giving a prompt something like this: build a mobile app that helps friends and groups split expenses and track who owes whom. Users should be able to create groups like roommates, trips, events, etc, and add expenses with the description, amounts, and who paid. And the app should automatically calculate how much each person owes, include a dashboard to view balance, settle up with others, and send reminders. So this is the initial prompt I'll give. So basically the flow is that whatever be that app that you want to build, you simply explain all that and also basically explain all the features like initial features or the core features within the app, and you can enter that in here. And now I'll go ahead and click on the send button. Okay, so it says, please wait, this may take a moment. So let's see. Alright, so it says, I'll help you build a comprehensive expense splitting app with group management. Okay, so the app strategy, global state management, core screens, key features. So basically the AI is analyzing the prompt or the initial description of the app that we give, and it is creating a solid plan to build the entire app. So you can find all the info as to what the AI is doing towards the left side here. And the interesting part of using Tile.dev to build an app is that you don't have to go through any technical configuration process or even download anything to your computer. So everything happens right within a web browser. So you log into your Tile.dev account and you can start using it right away. So normally if you were to, let's say, build an app, you will have to sort of set up a code editor, then you have to set up an emulator, and it's such a tedious process. Well, in this case, you can access Tile.dev within your web browser and everything is pretty much simple. And one of my personal favorite feature has to be the ability to integrate third-party services like, let's say, Superbase, Firebase, or let's say some other tools like Stripe and all that within just a single click. And not just that, once you are ready with your app, you can even go ahead and publish the same to App Store and Play Store, all within this platform that is Tile.dev. I'll walk you through all that. But first, okay, so the AI is creating a solid plan, and first it says create screens. All right, then create plugins. Okay. Alright, so it will take some time. So what I'll do is I'll wait for the initial version to complete and I'll see you afterwards. Alright, so there you go. So the initial version of our app is done, and towards the right side, you can see the preview of the app. So I'll come to that. So before that, the AI went ahead and analyzed the entire prompt that we give, and it created a plan, and it has executed the plan, like writing the code and doing all these kind of stuff. And here we have the working version of the app. And towards the left side in this box right here, that is this chat section right here, you'll be able to find all these things that the AI has done. So it started by creating all these screens and then creating all these plugins and then adding all these plugins to the screens, then generating code for the dashboard plugin. And you can find a preview as to what the AI did. And if you want to, let's say, find individual details as to what the AI did for each session, for example, generate code for groups list plugin or generate code for group details plugin, then add expense plugin. So if I expand, I should be able to find all these details. So create an add expense plugin that allows users to create a new expense within a group. And then, I mean, if you want to, you can actually go ahead and read through and find all this information. And here it says, I've successfully created a comprehensive expense splitting app called Split Ease with all the features that you requested. So core features implemented are a dashboard, group management, expense tracking, group details, settlement system. Okay, so technical implementations are global state management, navigation, theme system, data structures, balance calculations, user experience, and all that. Okay, so basically this is everything that the AI has done. And now towards the right side, I can find the preview of the app. And this right here is the basic, or let's say the page that you'll be taken to initially when you load the app. That is the home page. And if I click on this drop down menu towards the top, I'll be able to find individual pages, or let's say screens within the app. So this right here is the home screen. And if I click on this option that says groups, so this right here is the group screen. And now if I click on this one right here, so this is the group details. Then we have the page, or let's say screen for adding the expense. Okay, and also a screen called a settle up. And now towards the top right, I can find a couple of these options. So if I click on the save button right here, I'll be able to save all the changes made up until this point. And if I click on this preview button right here, I'll be able to preview the app as if I was actually using it. So this right here is the home screen, and it says, please set your name first to get started with expense splitting. And now it says setup profile. And if I click on this button, well, nothing really happens. So the button is not working as the way it should. So seems like there is some problem with the app. So let me preview the screen. So the create group option is not working either. So we will have to fix that first. So I can simply go ahead and say, when I click the set up profile button in the home screen, it does not work. I don't find any option to set up the profile, and the create group button is not working either. So this is the prompt I'll give. So I'm simply mentioning that a couple of these options within the app is not working. So I can simply go ahead and hit enter, and let's wait. All right, so that part is also now done. And if I click on this preview button now, and if I click on setup profile, it takes me to a page where I can create my profile. And it says set up your profile to start splitting expenses with friends. And first of all, we need to choose an avatar. So here we have a couple of these icons, and also the colored, icons as well. So labels. So I'll select this one right here. And next up, I need to enter my name. So I'll put Astro, and you can also optionally include your email as well. But for now, I'll put my email, and I'll click on this create profile button. So there you go. After you create your profile, you'll be taken to your dashboard page, and this is the dashboard page, and you can find almost all the details about your account from this dashboard page. It says hello Astro, the number of groups that you have created, how much money you have spent this month, so your balance, how much you owe, the quick actions, and also recent activity. So here you have an option to add an expense, create group, and settle up. And if I click on this add expense button, it takes me to a page where I can add an expense, and I can also create a group, I guess. So if I click on this create group button, it takes me to this page right here where I'll be able to create a new group, create your first group, and a pop-up appears on the screen, and I can enter the details in here. So for example, let's say demo description and members list. You can enter the name of the members in here. For example, let's say Jack. And yep, I can add all these members in here. And after that, I can click on this, let's say create button. And there you go. It says the demo group is created, and we have 3 members, and the expenses are 0, and the total is 0. Okay, so that part is now working. And next up, when I go back to my dashboard, as you can see, it says one group now. And if I click on this add expense button right here, it will take to this page right here where I can enter the expense, or let's say mark the expense. So in this case, the description, let's say food, the amount, let's say it is $60. Yeah, you have the option to select the currency. Here you have dollar, we have euro. Okay, I'll select dollar. The date, I'll select the food as the category, and select the group. So all the groups that you add in the previous groups section, you'll be able to find all that in here. So I'll select the demo group, and I'll click on add expense button. And now when I click on this add expense button, it is not working. So we will have to fix that as well. And I can find a save button towards the top that is also not working. So what I'll do is I'll exit, and this time around I'll go ahead and say After I enter all the details and click the add expense button, nothing happens. Please fix it. And now I'll hit enter. Alright, so it seems like the error is now fixed, and maybe I can head back to the preview mode again. Alright, so there has been some mismatch, okay, data structure mismatch, and that was the reason why it was not working in the first place. So if I put it in the preview mode, okay, let's select food, $60 food. I'll select the demo group. Alright, now I can find even more details. So it says who paid, and I'll select myself, that is my user ID is already selected, and now split between pretty much everyone, and I'll click on this option that says add expense, and as you can see, all the person owes like $20. Since I'm the person who paid, I selected them in here, and I can also go ahead and deselect me. And when I deselect myself from this list, as you can see, the amount is automatically updated to $30. In each case, I'll include 20 as well, and I'll click on this add expense button, and it says expense added successfully. All right, and now I can even find the expense in the recent activity section right here. Next up, let's just go ahead and try to add another expense. So let's say trip to $100, and let's say the same group, and this time around let's say Jack paid for it, and I can click on add expense, and as you can see, all these data has been updated in here. And now pretty much everything is working exactly like the way we want to, and our core functionality of building a splitwise kind of like an app where you can split expenses between your friends in a group is indeed working. And next up, what I want to do is I want to implement a real authentication system into our app. So only authenticated users will be able to use the app, and that is what I want to do next. For that, I'll be using Supabase. Okay, so basically Supabase is a backend as a service platform that allows you to add authentication, database, storage, and all that into your mobile app or a web app. So if I click on this button right here that says agent store, I'll be able to find a ton of different third-party services that I could integrate into my app. For example, right now we have Supabase agent, Tile in-app purchase. For example, if you want to, let's say, add some in-app purchase content into your app, you can use this one. You can add royalty-free photos using pixels. And we also have a lot more coming up like Google Analytics, OpenAI, Stripe, Anthropic, and all that. So in this case, I want to add authentication using Supabase. So I'll click on this option right here. And now I'll click on this enable button. And now it opens up a authorization form where I need to log in, or let's say authorize app tile, that is Tile.dev, to my Supabase account. And after that, I'll head over to supabase.com. I'll log into my account. And if this is your first time, simply go ahead and go to supabase.com and sign up for a new account. And what I'll do is I'll create a new project, or maybe I'll use one of these existing projects like this one right here, that is Magic AI. So what I'll do is I'll head back, and next up I need to select a project. So in this case, I'll select Magic AI. So this project has already been created. So I'll click on this connect button. Let's see. In your case, if you want to start fresh, all you gotta do is to create a new project, and then you'll be able to select the same from here, and you can connect it that way. And as you can see, it says active. So Supabase is connected. And now I'll head back to editor, and this time around, I'll go ahead and say, I want to add login and sign up functionality to our app using Supabase. So this is the prompt I'll give, and I'll go ahead and hit enter. And now that we have already connected Supabase, the AI will use the details and implement a real login and sign up functionality. That means only people who sign up on our app will be able to use it. So that is basically the kind of feature that we want. All right, so let's see. Alright, so Supabase integration is now complete, and now users can go ahead and sign up for a new account or log into their existing account and use the app, and only authenticated users will be allowed to use the app as well. So every time a user signs up for an account, we are keeping track of all these users, their session and everything else in Supabase. And here you can find, when you open the app, right now you will find a page that says split ease, and we have a sign in and sign up button. And yet another interesting thing that I want to mention is the visual editor that is available within Tile.dev. For example, let's say you don't like this color combination and you want to change it. Well, you can go ahead and select any of these elements like this. And now I can change the primary color of this element, or let's say the entire page, from this blue to something else, like let's say this red. Okay, so I can simply go ahead and change that. Or let's say I want to change this text right here. So I can select this text, and it now says split ease. So let's just go ahead and say split mate. And now the changes are instantly applied. In a similar fashion, I can select this one right here and change that as well. Track, yeah, see, track and split builds. Yeah, this is the description that I want, and everything is updated in real time. So if you want to, let's say, make some changes to any elements visually, you can select them and you can change all of that in here. And now if you click on this code option right here, you'll be able to find the code, like all the code for the application. So in this case, these are all the code for the application. You can find that in here. Here we have authhook.js. We have all that in here. And if I open the screens page right here, I'll be able to find the sign-in screen.jsx file, sign-up screen.js file, and I'll be able to make manual changes like this. And now I can save these changes as well. But for now, I'll delete all these changes. I mean, if you want to view the code file and also make changes and view the console and again the real-time preview of the app, you can switch over to the code mode. But in this case, we are not interested in to touch any code, so we'll just exit out of it. But if you want to, let's say, view the code, you have options for that too. And now I'll go ahead and click on this preview button right here, and I'll click on sign up first, and I'll enter my name as Astruki Joseph, put my email. So in this case, I'll put this as my email, enter a password, confirm the password, and I'll click on this create account button, and let's see what happens. All right, so it says welcome back, and I can find my name in here, and I get option to create a group. So everything like the usual features that we're working is indeed there. And now if I head back to Superbase, as of now, I only have this user right here. And hopefully when I refresh, I should get to see the new user. And there you go, Astruki Joseph, the newly entered user is right here. So all the users who sign up on our app, their details are stored in the Superbase database and also the authentication section right here. And only authenticated users will be able to log in and use our app. And now I'll exit out of it. And again, as I mentioned already, if you want to make any changes, you can select any one of these, change the button text and also the color in here, like the primary color, you can change that. And if you want to make some targeted edits, so in this case, let's say here we can adjust the header title, placeholder text, create button. And next step, after selecting a widget or let's say a section, and if you click on this pencil icon right here, you'll be able to open this inline editing feature, and you can ask the AI to make some changes as well. So in this case, let's ask the AI to sort of change the background color. Well, you can simply go ahead and say change the background color, and now I'll hit send and let's see. So there you go. As you can see, the AI went ahead and changed the background color of this container right here to light gray, and the same is instantly reflected in here. In a similar fashion, I can head over to any page. For example, let's say this add expense page, and now maybe I can select one of these elements and then make changes. And if these settings or the properties are not directly visible in here, all you gotta do is to click on this pencil icon right here, and you can go ahead and say expose more settings to edit for this element, and you can hit enter, and that way AI will go ahead and make a lot more settings available for you to edit in this style properties section right here towards the right side. And after that, you'll be able to select it and make required edits. So basically this is the flow of creating a mobile app for Android and iOS using AI. And now one of the interesting features that I like a lot about Tile is the fact that you can use the visual edit feature to sort of change colors, make any edits to the page directly. And I mean, you can change the text, you can change the placeholder text, background color, the primary color, everything can be edited in here. All right. And once everything is done, you can click on this preview button right here to sort of go ahead and view a full screen preview. And as you can see, all the changes that we made, like the color change and also this background color change, is instantly reflected in here. And if you want to, let's say, add new elements, all you gotta do is to head over to this section, ask the AI to implement a new feature, a new section or anything, and the AI will take it up from there. And now if I click on this preview button right here, and if I click on this option that says generate a live preview, it will go ahead and create a web link that I can then share with pretty much anyone, and they'll be able to use the app right within the web browser. So right now we are actually building the app and we are able to find this, the preview of the app. But if you want to, let's say, share it with anyone, all you gotta do is to copy this link and share it with anyone. And when they visit that particular link, what happens is that they can go ahead and access the app that we are building. So as you can see, it says checking for authentication, welcome back Astruki Joseph, no groups. So I can create a new group, put in all the information and take it up from there. So that is basically the flow. And now the interesting part is, as I mentioned earlier, after you create an app, you have the option to deploy and publish the app to App Store and Play Store. Well, For that, all you gotta do is to click on this launch button right here or this button right here, and it will take you to a page called as publish your app. And here you'll be able to configure all the settings like the app name, the subtitle, the app icon, description, splash screen, and enter all these details, and you can proceed further, connect with Firebase. And after that, if you already have an App Store developer account and Play Store console, let's say the developer account, you'll be able to connect to it and then build the app and publish the same for review to, let's say, either of these platforms, that is App Store or Play Store. And that itself is like a biggest USP of using Tile.dev. That is, you can build the app and even publish and make it live on App Store and Play Store using Tile.dev. And once the build process is complete, you can head over to this section right here and configure push notifications, and you can even view analytics for your app. But for now, I don't really have any App Store account or let's say Play Store account, developer account, so I can't really show you how to publish the app, but that's how it works. Next up, let's say you want to send push notifications to your users. You can enable push notification, and for that you need to first build the app. For now, that is not something that I could do now. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video. So if you are planning to create a mobile app for Android and iOS at the same time without having to deal with the technicalities of installing third-party softwares, IDEs, then the emulator and going through, you don't really have to do any of that. All you gotta do is to click the first link in the description below, head over to Tile.dev, sign up for a new account, and you can start using it right away. And the interesting part is, if you go ahead and sign up for an account today, you will get 1000 credits. And if you use the coupon code that is ASTRO10, you will get additional 1000 credits. So it means you're essentially getting 2000 credits to use. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you in this video. So definitely make sure to check out Tile.dev using the first link in the description below. I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.